Hey guys, welcome back. And I've been gone for maybe like a couple of days, but I'm back. So yeah, I actually wasn't planning on recording today actually because I don't know. I have a lot on my mind, but I just don't know how to say what's on my mind. Like, I always be thinking a lot, and in class I be thinking too much. But for some reason, when I try to say something, it just never comes out right, or I just never say the proper things I want to say, or say everything I want to say. And I feel like it kind of helps a little bit for me making these videos and saying some things that I can say from my mind that I don't normally tell people. Because there's also people out there that are going through the same thing, and I want to let people know that they're not alone. Everyone has their own situation that they're going through, and just like me, some people just can't say what they want to say. And I'm sure this YouTube channel that I've made is gonna help me try to speak more, because I've always had trouble talking to people. I never really talked to my parents too much about my feelings, and because I was never really open to them about a lot of stuff, and I was pretty distant with my parents. I don't really like talking to my friends about my feelings too much, because sometimes it feels like they're, like, I just kind of feel bad sometimes. I just don't really want them to worry about me too much, because, they have their own personal lives, and I don't want to put my problems onto someone else. I've also gotten told in the past for me opening up about my feelings, and I've gotten called stuff and saying that my feelings just weren't right. I feel like that's when it made it more difficult for me to talk openly to people about some things, because I always put that image in my head of that what people used to call me, and that my feelings aren't important, when I think everyone's feelings are important. Everyone's going through something different, and I think everyone should be heard no matter what. And I feel like me holding in all this emotion and all my feelings inside, it kind of makes me hurt in a way. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but I feel like I get so burnt out, and I just hold it all in until I finally can't, and I just start breaking down. And it's not good to hold your feelings in, because it comes to a point where you as a person can't hold all of those emotions in, and you later have to let them out. Actually, a couple days ago, I was going through a lot with a bunch of stuff that's been happening. I was really having rough days. It can be one tiny thing of someone just asking if you're okay, and that happened to me where I was actually in class one day. I was in class, and actually my teacher was asking me, "Hey, are you okay? You look down." And I didn't reply to her, but I looked away from her, and I just set my head down because my eyes just started tearing up from her asking me. Because it's I don't know, it's weird to notice that other people can notice when something's wrong. Because I've always noticed when someone's looking down and they just are unhappy. But it's weird in the situation where other people see that I'm down, because usually no one really asks if I'm okay, or if everything's been going well for me. So it throws me off a lot when people ask me if I'm doing okay, and I feel like that's why I get really emotional when people ask me, because it's just you notice, I didn't know anyone even noticed me in the first place. I don't know. I wish I would say more in this video, honestly, but I honestly don't even know what to say anymore, because I want to say something to you guys. I want to tell you guys what's happening in my life, I just don't know how to put it into words so then I can explain it. But like every single time I'm trying to sit down and think, I just can't. And I'm not going off of the script, I'm just going off of my head. But like still, like when I finally figure out something I want to talk about and I sit down and start recording, all of a sudden I just can't think of any words to say about what I want to talk about, because I just either completely forget about what I was gonna say, and I just don't know how to talk about the situation properly. I know holding my emotions in isn't good, because it just affects me so much to a point where like I obviously break down in tears from holding in so much of my emotion. It also is just like the same thing of when I do try to talk to someone, I just don't know what to say. I can't say anything because just nothing comes to my head, and then I go into a state of mind of why should I be sad in this situation, because there's no reason for me to be sad if I can't even think of anything. But in reality, I do have a lot of stuff in my mind. I always think of a lot of stuff, I overthink a lot, and it's just like I just feel weird about how I just can't even think of something of why I'm sad or why am I feeling these emotions when I don't even have a reason to be sad. So I wish I could say more, but honestly, like I just don't really know what to say. In my future videos, I'll figure things out, but yeah, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, bye.